Hey you guys, I'm finally back for another craft cast. I'm wearing makeup today. Don't think that's a big accomplishment. Let me just clear the air right now. This is left over from last night. I went and hung out with my maybe sister. I'll tell you that story sometime later. But I went and hung out with her last night, and then we went to the church to help finish setting up. We're moving into our church building. Yay, praise Jesus. I'm so excited for us to have our own space. So we were out late, and I just did not want to wash my face. I wear Senegent's lip color, and it will stay on forever. So, worked out good since I was filming today. Typically, I film on Wednesdays at lunch, but with COVID and both my kids being here, my aunt keeps my children at my house, so it's kind of hard to film with kids at the house. So, that's what I film when I can. I thank y'all for hanging out and staying with me while I'm in the middle of all that and trying to navigate COVID and still work full time and build this YouTube channel, this YouTube space and community. So I appreciate you guys. We're gonna jump right into finished objects. I think I only have one finished object today because I casted on all the things. And the things I was working on got some of them got neglected, other ones didn't. So we'll just jump right into finished objects. I finished one of my pairs of sock tube socks. This is, I think I told you last time, Chim Chimney by Night Owl Fibers. And this is just a plain white toe. I had enough to do the toes of these socks, so I went on and used it so that I wouldn't have any little bits that I have to throw away or try to fit into something, because I hate wasting yarn. I don't like to waste it. I don't like it to be sitting in my stash glaring at me either, so I found a use for it. If you do hear the lawnmower, my husband is mowing the yard before it gets too hot. We are in the south and it gets warm very quickly here, so he's mowing the yard this morning while I film. I do apologize for the noise. But these are done. These are for me. I say they're done, but one of them is a little tight trying to pull it on, so I may change the cuff. I did a 2x2 rib. I don't know if you can see that. I did a 2x2 rib, but I may change it and do a 1x1 so I can get a little more stretch, or change the bind off. Try and get a little more stretch on these, but I love them. I think they're beautiful. The main color is Flamingo Legs by Stranded Dye Works. Amy also has the Stranded podcast, and I highly suggest you watch her. She is adorable and hysterical and so much fun. She's also doing a really cool thing right now where she is vlogging during COVID, so that to build a community during this time where everybody's feeling so isolated and on lockdown. So I love that, and I appreciate her for that. And this is what she used to call her Oasis base. It's the 75/25 merino nylon, and they're really comfy. I love them. Finished objects. Let's see. We'll just go straight into works in progress. I'll start with the ones you've seen and the ones with the least amount of progress, because I want you to be impressed with the progress I made on the ones I made progress on. So I know that's silly, but it is what it is. So I'm also going to share a few acquisitions in the middle of this, because I was going to save them all to the end, but some of them have projects in them. Now he's beating on the post for the front porch because it's knocked out of alignment somewhere, and he's a type 1, so he can't let it go. He has to fix it right then. Anyway, so isn't this bag adorable? It's so cute. It looks like popcorn and I love it. I recently received a performance award at work, so I decided that I'm gonna get the few little things that I have been eyeing for so long with that, because I don't really splurge on project bags. I don't really splurge on yarn and things. I'm a mom and I tend to splurge on other people, especially my children. So I bought a few things that I really was excited about, and this is one of them. I've been eyeballing this bag since I first saw Megan's over on Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. It's so cute. And then she was so precious to send me with it a mask. Isn't that sweet? It's the Millennium Falcon. Let me see if I can get it up here where you can see it. Cover my face up. Yeah. Isn't that adorable? I work in healthcare. We are required to wear masks. I'm not a nurse or any kind of clinical staff. I am a scheduler. So I'm still in the clinic. I'm still making appointments. I'm making a lot of telephone and video appointments for veterans that come to our clinic. I work at the VA clinic in my area. So we are required to wear those masks, which is, again, why I'm kind of stuffy, because that mask constantly breathing back in my own carbon dioxide. But it was so precious and sweet of her to send that. And I just love people who have a heart for people. This was the Silver Shed USA on Instagram. But the Silver Shed is who I bought this from, I believe. And it's adorable and I love it. And it's super good quality. My little notions pouch in here. Isn't this sweet? One of the other clerks, scheduling clerks at work, his wife is from Manila, and just before all of this went down, they went at Christmas, and he brought us all back these little bags, and I thought it was perfect for my notions, right? So on to the actual works in progress. We'll start with these socks that honestly may have like 2 rounds done on each of them since you've seen them last, because I got distracted by all the other things. I promise I'm going to do some work on these though. Promise. So in this bag are these socks, and I started my friend's sweater. Now I showed you the yarn last time, I believe, and it is Madeline Tosh Merino Light. It's a single ply in Holly Festival, and it was beautiful in the skein, but will you look at this fabric? Look how beautiful. I love this. This is the conversion pullover by Telly Bean Knits, and I am making it in the, I don't even remember what she sized it as, but this is for my friend Crystal, and it's going to look so lovely against her dark chocolate skin. It's going to be beautiful. And let me tell you something about Crystal. I've created a monster, because now she gets the Madeline Tosh emails, and they had their Cotton Candy Daydreams come back, and they sent an email. And let me tell you, if Crystal had a spirit color, it would be those colors. So guess what arrived and was sitting at my desk just a few days ago? 3 skeins of Cotton Candy Daydream for me to make her one in that color. So she will keep me busy, which I prefer to knit for other people anyway. So I really love that. This is so beautiful and I love it. There has been a tale of woe because me and Short Rose are not the best of friends. So I've had to rip out and I've had to fix some things, but she, of all people, is worth it. Let's see. My Scarf Blanket. I have made quite a bit of progress since you've seen it. It has also gotten very, very heavy, because this thing is a monster. Stephen West shawls are big, but this blanket, y'all, is going to be like more than 7 feet in diameter. It's going to be huge, but I love it so much. So, without further ado, it looks, you know what it reminds me of, y'all? It reminds me of a Rasta beanie that you tuck your dreads all up in. It's massive because it's worked in the round, and I don't have anything bigger than a 30-40 inch cable for this size needle I need. But aren't these colors lovely? They're so beautiful. and I love them. This was my frozen knit along. Look, this is where I was last time you saw it, right here. And I've done all of this around every side. It's massive. I can't wait till it's done so I can pull it off. I'm only in section 3. Anyway, let me get this up here where you can see it. My great-grandmother, for every family occasion, turn around here. For every family occasion, made these peanut butter blossom cookies. And so when I saw this at Pitter Patter Polymer, I think, on her Etsy shop, I had to have one. So isn't that sweet? My great-grandmother has since passed into eternity, and she is celebrating with Jesus, but I needed this. It reminds me of her. I also ordered a pink snowball. You know those chocolate cakes with the marshmallow cream and the coconut, and it's got the pink coconut on top. My aunt, who keeps my children during the week, we've done a lot of traveling together. Her and her daughter and myself and my dad, we would go to my grandmother's all the time there. And then, you know, when my parents were married, of course, my mom came, and then my stepmom and my sisters. We made a lot of road trips with Aunt Tina. You'll hear a lot of stories with Aunt Tina because she is one of my very best friends, and I love her so much. But anyway, Pitter Patter Polymer also had one of those pink snowballs, and that is the only snowball, is the pink one, as far as she's concerned. And that is the best, the absolute best road trip snack. So she had to have one. I figure she's keeping my kids, and I want to do something nice as a thank you. So I got her that, and then I've got her something else that she did leave at my house, so I get to show you on film today. And that's the thing I'm the most excited about, because she's made mention of it. And I love my aunt. I love her. She's such a giving person. She's such a generous person. To a fault. She very rarely will buy anything for herself unless it's an absolute necessity. So to be able to spoil her with things that I know she will want is a blessing to me. So I can't wait to share that with you in acquisitions. But my Star Blanket by Stephen West. I'm loving this. It uses a lot of yarn. Just FYI. If you're not prepared for that investment, I wouldn't start this yet. But it's totally worth the investment. Totally worth the investment. I love it. I love it a lot. So there's that. Are you impressed with that progress? I want you to be impressed with that progress. It is what it is. And now, so I had the overwhelming urge to make all the things for my friend Jessica, who is expecting, and baby Chandler. She's a super Friends fan, and Chandler is a girl. Her name is Chandler, and I cannot wait for her to get here. But I need her to wait till I'm through making all the things that I want to make. I have made her the little hat that I showed in a previous one. But this blanket, you guys, I love this yarn. I love it. It's beautiful. It's soft. It's so fun. And Chandler will have to be a little bit older, and you'll see why before they can use this blanket with her. But this yarn, I did not realize how much of a pain in the rear it was to work with. It's worse than Mohair. But it's beautiful, and it's fluffy, and it's so fun. Isn't that just, look at all of that. So I'm working this with Comfy Cotton Blend by Lion Brand in the colorway Whipped Cream. And I'm working it double with this yarn that I can't even tell you what it is because it's Deep Stash. But when they told me that they were naming this baby Chandler and that it was a reference to Friends, I had to do the purple and gold because of the door, right? Now this is a little orangier than gold, but you get my drift. And then so I've added a few little things like black and red in here. But you guys, this blanket, I'm so excited. And it's really not too bad. This yarn is very slippery, so I'm using wooden needles. These are my Knit Picks they're the colored ones, the multicolored wooden, I think it's the Dreams, I don't know, but they're really pretty wooden needles, because if I were using metal needles, these would slip off all the time, and I would be having like big gaping holes and issues in this blanket, because it is very slick yarn to work with. Other than that, the only issue working with it is if I miss a stitch or miss something and have to tink back, it can be a little bit of a problem. So I'm loving this blanket. That is in my kitchen clutter canvas bag with my buffalo plaid. Buffalo plaid is like my favorite pattern of everything and all things. I want all the things in buffalo plaid. So this is its home for now. I don't think this will take very long. These are size 11s, US 11s, which are 8 millimeters. So they're pretty substantial knitting needles, and so things worked on them work up pretty fast. And I think that is all my works in progress. I think I have other things that I forgot to bring up here. You'll see them next time if I did. On to more acquisitions. Now, in my star blanket is one of them, this beautiful purple mohair from Stunning String Studio in the colorway Purple Pansy. And I got Purple Pansy in their Smashing Sock base, which is a 75/25 merino nylon. It's purple, and look at the difference of color in the bases. I just think it's so neat how different fibers take on different color. I also got from Stunning String Little Black Dress in Mohair. This will be a part of my star blanket. And I got, this is Flirty Bikini in the Smashing Sock base. So I got those, and I love them. Look at this bag. This is from Wallace Tiles. It's Disney food. How cute is that? Like the Mickey apple and Mickey pretzel. Let's see, there's macarons, and I just lost it, y'all. Like Dole Whip. There it is. It's a Dole Whip right there. Popcorn in the kitchen. Oh no, that's the kitchen sink that they have at Beaches and Cream. It is a massive ice cream sundae that literally they put in a sink. Lots of fun stuff on here, and I love it. I'm a Disney person. When we do go back to Disney, because we plan on going in the next year or two, I will take you guys along. I will vlog that trip. So anyway, Disney bag from Wallace Tiles. She's on Etsy. Oh, and it's got this super sweet Tinkerbell. I don't know if you can see her. You can kind of see her. Tinkerbell that can be double as a progress keeper. I've already got a project put in here, or the yarn for this project in here. This is the Luxury DK from Stunning String. It's 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere. In the same colors that I had. No, it's not the same colors. The red is different. It is the spicy mustard that I had for the Wonder Woman shawl, but this is Broken Heart. And let me tell you what I'm going to do with this. I am going to make the House Pride cowl from Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. Can you guess which house? Gryffindor house. I do enjoy a good Harry Potter movie. And I am a Gryffindor. So, Gryffindor cow. It also has a lion across it. See if I can pull up the pattern because I have it. So it has a lion on the cowl, and our church is the name of our church is Rural Church, and our logo is a lion. So, oh man, I don't have it. It's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you guys next time. But it's got this gorgeous lion on the cowl, and I will probably do the lion twice instead of the sorting hat. I'll make that adjustment in mine because I want it to double as my roar cowl for or my roar cowl, not cowl, K-A-L, as in a knit along, so that in the wintertime I can rep my church and my house at the same time, right? So, absolutely beautiful colors. Spicy Mustard, I think, is one of my favorite colorways that they have. It's just so, there's so much depth to this color. The camera just doesn't do it justice. It's absolutely stunning. So I've got that. And Lila sent a sweet little button and a thank you note and a bag of tea. It says she turned her can'ts into cans and her dreams into plans. So I'll put that on my DFW Faberfest bag. That it's a tote. It's a big tote, kind of like a shopping bag that my Star Blanket is in right now, because it's the only bag I have big enough to carry that monster around in. So, also, these came from Yarn Unique. They are based in the UK. For some reason, I thought these skeins would be a little bit bigger, and that's okay. I also, and this is my fault for not paying attention, did not realize that this was blue and silver and not blue and bronze. Yes, I understand in the movies, the houses are blue and silver for Ravenclaw. But in the book, it's blue and bronze. And I'm kind of a stickler for things like that. I will still use this for the intended person, because I don't think they're as much of a stickler as I am. They're a Ravenclaw. I'm going to make them a pair of fingerless mitts. I'm also going to find some yarn in similar colors to do a house scarf for her. And Hufflepuff, they will get a pair of fingerless mitts. And you know what? I might do a hat instead. I don't know. It's self-strapping, so we'll have to see how it does. But, I mean, it's quality yarn. It's nice. And I would not be able to do self-strapping. I would not be able to dye self-strapping. I don't even know that I'd be able to dye beautiful colors for just variegated or tonals. So, I'm not by any means complaining. But, no, I'm not complaining. It's just not, I should have paid more attention because I am such a stickler. Hufflepuff, house, set, and Ravenclaw set. So these will be started fairly soon because if Meg does her Christmas in July cowl, I will use those to participate in that. So now, I'm so excited about this. I have already given it to her. This is the gift for my aunt. I've already given it to her. But it just gave me so much joy to give it to her. And I'm glad I get to share that joy with y'all. My aunt has for several years wanted to learn how to spin fiber. So I found a beginner spinning kit. Sweet little box. This is from Spinnerosity. They're in Spring, Texas, and they are on Etsy. And it comes with, and this is the mini. So it comes with this braid of fiber in this blue, that light, there you go. Now you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? It comes with a stabilizing bowl. And it comes with a top and bottom whirl hand spindles. So I thought that was so neat. I'm excited. She was so happy to get it, and I was so happy to give it to her. I could not wait. As soon as they both got here, the charm, I gave it to her, and then this came a few days later, and then I gave that to her. I couldn't wait and give them both together. I just love it. But I really enjoyed that, giving that to her. And so that is it for today. That is all, my crafty friends. I hope that you've enjoyed hanging out with me. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys and catching you all up. I am going to do better about trying to keep up with the craft cast because right now I am full gung-ho gardening. And that'll be up later today. I'll probably post both videos, one today and one tomorrow. I got to do more editing on the garden vlog than I do on this one, because I do like to just sit and record, and whatever comes out here for this one is more, we're hanging out in my living room. I'm sitting on my 2-year-old's beanbag in my living room floor sharing with you guys, and it's so fun and so laid back. But my garden one, I do edit a little bit more because it's a different type of cast. But I've had fun with you guys today, and I hope to see you next time.